Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're going to do a review on the new Natasha Denona Roxa Palette, or Roxia Palette. I don't know what the pick we're calling it. I'm going to call it Roxa. And this is how it comes. And you know, in the original carton packaging. So freaking pretty. Y'all, I saw this when they first like showed that they're going to come out with this palette. And I could not say no because it was like purple. Purple's my favorite color. I was like, oh yeah, I'm all over it. I already knew I wanted the palette even before they even showed us what it looked like in the inside. When you take it out of the cardboard packaging, it's got this little cute wave thing going on. I believe the gold palette has the same little design. But this one is so cool because it's got this purple kind of gold green shifting going on. And I thought that was so freaking cool. In the back, you guys already know, they got the little holes just in case you want to like pop out the shadows, rearrange them. When you open it up, the mirror is covered, and these are the tones in here. This one is like, it's got this mix, they have mixed in there, but when you use it, it has this pretty purple right here. So I'm going to tell you guys real quick what I used for my overall look today, and I did make a video on TikTok, so I'll probably upload it to TikTok, YouTube, and probably my Instagram before you guys even see this. Okay, this one, my transition shade, this is called Orchid. Really pretty. It was kind of like, I thought it looked too muted for my skin tone, but it did end up coming out really pretty. And then I used this one in the middle. This one's called Dixie. This is such a pretty shade. Now, Dixie is a pretty shade, but it's very light. It's sheer. It's like a ColourPop Super Shock shadow type of thing. So definitely that's a topper more than by itself. I did use it by itself right here in the middle, but like, I feel like it's not solid enough. It's more of like a little sheer topper, and it does look very pretty on the eye. I'm not complaining about that. But I just thought like maybe use like a more solid shimmer and then add that one on top, and it would make it look better. That's what I just kept thinking. And then I used some of this one right here. That's a purple called, y'all, I don't know if that says Jacaranda. What the heck is that? But I did use a little bit of that, and then I used a little bit of this one. So I used this one first, then this one for like the outer area to, you know, create that halo eye look. And then right here on the bottom, I used this little mix shade that they're calling Bolt. So I did use Bolt. And I think that was it. I think that was it for my look. Oh, my inner corner highlight. So inner corner highlight, I was having a really tough time because at first I wanted to do this one. Then I didn't like how that one came out. Then I used this one. And I think I tried to use that one. Y'all, in the end, I had to go with something totally different. I ended up using a ColourPop shadow stick from their Alice in Wonderland collection. And that's what I ended up going with. And then I did use a little bit of Melt Cosmetics. This is from their Nightmare Before Christmas collection, and this is the one that's called Zero. I believe it's called Zero. Oh, it's called Making Christmas. Now, my thing is super dry. It's like hard as a rock dry. But I do notice that when I put like my, I put some little eye drops for my contacts in there, and it like revives it, so I'm able to use it still. But like, it kind of sucks because I bought it fresh, brand new, and then literally when I finally decided to use it, it was dry as a rock. I really feel that these companies, if they want to like maintain these products, I'm talking about for the Jelly Much shadows, for the Super Shock shadows, and for those gel liners from Melt Cosmetics, I feel like they have to come up with a byproduct, like a product that goes along with everything else. Call it magic potion. I don't give a rat's butt what you call it. Just know that when you try to sell that product, tell your customers, this will help revive those dry Super Shocks, or your Jelly Much, or your gel liners. Like, I think that would sell so badly because so many of us have thrown away our Super Shocks, our gel liners, everything, because they just dry out after like 2-3 months. That's all I'm saying, okay? Real quick, before we start the swatches, I wanted to just show you guys my eye look up close so you guys can just see it. It's really, really pretty. I love purple, y'all. And you guys already know the little rhinestones are just from Amazon. I had someone comment on one of my videos the other day, and she was like, yeah, those things on your face just really take away from the palette. And I was like, what? First of all, they're rhinestones. Second of all, they're not in your face. Y'all, I've already said it in several of my videos. Don't leave me anything negative because you're going to get the worst comment back. And I really hold back. I could be really mean if I wanted to, but I just choose not to be. And I just think people are just really brave behind their little keyboard warriors. And it's like, y'all need to start treating online the same as you would in person, because I guarantee you a lot of these people wouldn't say this stuff to your face, but they get really brave behind the keyboard. And we just need to bring back being an ass to everybody, because people need to stop. They're being so rude for no reason, you know? So I'm going to start with the swatches. I'm going to start right here in this corner. I'm going to go clear across each of the shades until we get to the end of each rose, okay? So the first one is called Dixie, you guys. Like I said, I use Dixie right there in the middle of my eye, and I just feel like it's just sheer. It's really light. It's like a super shock shadow. It's more like a topper. I would die if she took this same color, because it's so pretty on the eye, you guys. I don't think you guys realize how intense that is. I wish Natasha would take that same color concept and make it into like a more solid, not so much sheer topper, but more of like a standout-ish metallic shadow. Oh my god, I'd be all over that one. Sell it as a single, I'll replace it. I think it'd be so cool. So, you guys see, right? It's still intense, it's still pretty, but it's just really, really sheer compared to the other ones in this palette right now. And then you got, I don't even know what she called, jacaranda. I don't even know how to pronounce that. That's weird. But this is a purple one. And I will tell you guys, it does feel dry. It does feel greedy. And I did have problems blending that. Blending that shadow, I did have problems, because I remember that's the reason why I ended up going in with the other darker one, because I was having such a hard time. See how it's a little patchy? And I feel like it is. You're going to get a little bit of patchiness. But I will tell you guys something. It's one of those type of shades that you just got to take your time and blend it out. So it's not impossible to blend out. It just requires a little bit more TIC, okay? Next we have Flutter. This is such a pretty shade. Again, it's like a really light topper. I don't know how these shades would work on someone else, you know, because right now on my hand, they're coming out really sheer. Maybe, was it different from someone who was lighter than me? I have no idea. I'm just saying, like, right now, look. They're registering really, really light, like toppers. Now we have Phoebe. Phoebe looks like this very light, icy gray lavender. It's a matte. I could see somebody using this as a brow shade, like a little brow highlighter shade. I wouldn't use it. It looks a little too light for my taste, but hey, I'm not going to bag on it. You know, I'm not going to talk bad about it. Everybody has their own likes and dislikes. Next, we have Regal. This one's so pretty. This is like a light mauvey shimmer. I didn't get to use this one today, but it is super pretty. In the next row, we have Eclipse. This one is a dark purple matte. Stargirl. This is the one that I originally thought about using for my inner corner highlight, but because it shows up more white in the palette, it has this more white base in the palette. But then when you swatch it, it has this little shift between a light pink and a purple. And I just didn't like how it meshed with the other colors on my eye already. That's the only reason why I didn't like it, for an inner corner highlight at least. As an overall shade, I could totally use that. That would still be so pretty to use. Now we're going to do that bold color. This one is so freaking pretty. It's like this light, because it has silver and then purple. And then when you mix it, it creates more of a lilac with a lot of micro glitters in it. That's the one that I used down here, like I said. And it is so pretty. Now we have Heather. I love Heather. I don't know why. It's this berry tone pinkish matte. Oh man, it is super pretty. And it kind of looks like it doesn't mesh with the other purples, right? But it makes sense to me because I'm like, hey, variety. Cerise. This is one of those shades I seriously considered using, because after I used Orchid as a transition shade, I seriously considered using this instead of this too right here. I was going to go in with this and then this instead of that and this. But then, I don't know, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because right now the way it's registering more of a berry wine color. It is a matte. It's just super pretty. But I feel like it would have, maybe with this it would have been okay, but like that would have thrown that off. In the next row, we have Sweet Pea. Ooh, I like this one. I don't think I could wear it. It's probably too light, but it is like this. I don't even know how to call it. It's like a mauvey purple matte light, though. Ooh, I love it. That's super pretty. It's like a pastel. Concord is another one that I seriously wanted to use, but I was like, okay, you know what? Another day. You can only fit so many dark tones of purple on your face before someone's going to be like, God dang, that's all she used is dark, 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 or pawn dark. That's what I kept thinking. It is a shimmer. It's very intense. It has all these little pinkish type of micro glitters in it. And I am here for it because it is super pretty. I'm like saying, I love purples. I think with that one, this would be like the shimmer version of that one. Velour. I love this tone. Oh my god. This reminds me of like this magenta purple. Just like this perfect shade of pink purple matte. Now we have Brink. This is another shimmer. Brink looks super hot pink in the pan, but when you swatch it, it's not really as bright pink as that. I don't know, it reminds me more of like a rosy tone pink. And it does have little micro glitters throughout it. Last we have Orchid, and like I said, Orchid was a matte that I used for my transition shade. It is super pretty. That. And those are all the shades in this palette. Hopefully I was able to help you guys out to see if you guys want to buy the palette for yourselves. I honestly really like this palette, but I'm a purple lover, so this is going to be a very biased opinion. I have a very love-hate relationship with Natasha Denona. Her stuff draws me in, but I would say at least 80% of the time I hate her stuff. I will literally buy it because I'm like, oh my god, it's so pretty. But then I get it in person, I'm like, oh my god, that's so light. A lot of her stuff is seriously too light for you know, people who are tan, darker tan, and then obviously darker than that. But I cannot stand that a lot of her products don't really work for darker skin tone unless you're using obviously a black or a brown from somewhere else, because half of the time she doesn't add a dark enough color for someone else who's clearly my skin tone or darker. So like her last palette, that's what I had mentioned. I go, it would have been better if it would have had a darker tone than the one she had in there. But I love that she added this one And then this one's okay, but this one is really, really good for deepening, you know, the outer area. So I love that she added that. I've seen this palette on darker skin tones, and I really love it. I love that she made it dark enough for everybody, and she still has those little light tones. You know, even that one could count as light tone, that tone. She still added everything. This one came out really good. I like it. That's why I like it. I was like, heck yeah. I saw when she, you know, even other people, other YouTubers were reviewing it who were darker than me, and I was like, heck yeah, it worked on this. And I think it just really comes down to, do you love purple enough to want to buy a palette that is initially purple? Some people were complaining it didn't have enough purple in it, but I guess it really just comes down to you. You know, me, it was an easy decision because purple is my favorite color. My second favorite color, my first color is black, but black, some people don't consider black a color, so I just say purple is my favorite color. But still, like, I cannot say no to purple. So I think it just really comes down to you. You want it, you know, you like these tones, then heck yeah, get it. I love it. It's so pretty. Plus it's Natasha, you know, you can't go wrong. Quality's there. There's some things that I probably would have preferred her to make that more solid. I'm not too crazy about that shade, but like for overall everyone's skin tone, I like that she has those little light shades in there. This one, I don't know, I like them. I just feel like maybe these ones are not that far. I mean, you could have kept maybe that one and then made a different type of purple. Are we missing like certain, there's like a certain shade of purple I know we're missing here, and I just can't pinpoint it right now. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.